We have a first look tonight at cartels smuggling human trafficking assembly lines on the southern border. It is a story we're bringing you exclusively on NewsNation. Our cameras captured a so-called assembly line in action on the Mexico side of the border with Arizona. It appears to be a well-organized system, with smugglers coordinating routes, timing out when there's a gap in security for migrants to jump the border wall, and then directing them on how to evade capture once they're on the ground. So what can border agents do about it? NewsNation's Allie Bradley joins us live from Tempe, Arizona with this exclusive report. And Allie, what did you learn about these so-called assembly lines when you saw it?
Yeah, very shocking to see, Elizabeth. I've been covering this for about 2 years, and I've never seen that side of the operations. It's extremely organized and methodical, and everything that they're doing on that side, they know is being watched by Border Patrol agents. They know that. They also know that there's not a whole lot that these Border Patrol agents are going to do to them. So here's that exclusive look at the cartel's human assembly line.
I mean, that just shows you how organized and how specific the smuggling organization operates.
For one of the first times ever, NewsNation has gotten a glimpse of what the smuggling operations look like from the Mexico side of the southern border wall. I sat crouched under the concertina wire on the U.S. side with my phone through the slats of the border wall, watching them send person after person over in Naco, Arizona. While I was there, a man and two women scaled the wall using that thick yellow rope you can see wrapped around them. They climb the ladder that the guide is standing on top of, and then the guy on the bottom lowers them down, kind of like a pulley system, or like a rock climbing belay. As soon as one person hits the ladder, another emerges from the brush. It's all very methodical, just like an assembly line. I watched as the guides take the phones from the migrants and place them between the slats in the wall, so that once they're over, they can grab it on the other side. Their phone is their lifeline. They need it to get to the pin drop where they'll be picked up. Now, once they make it over, they grab their phone, they start running, and they're listening to the prompts from the guide on top of the ladder, who is using binoculars and a radio, helping them navigate around Border Patrol agents.
They don't know what they're up against. And what's going to happen is they're going to get up to that wall, and the smugglers don't care what happens to them. That's where it becomes very dangerous.
I took an oath to defend, our country, yet there's politicians in Washington that have handcuffed agents so badly that it seems like the only ones that are laughing about it, the only ones that are happy, it is the criminals. And I mean, it's really demoralizing for every single person that's out there working and putting on the uniform.
The smugglers carefully wait until there's no agents around to send migrants over the wall. And when agents spot the smugglers on the other side, they can't arrest them because of safety concerns. All they can do is arrest migrants once they touch U.S. soil.
If they were to take some kind of action, whether it was, officer presence, a less lethal, area saturation with pepper spray and things like that, they are now creating a circumstance to where those migrants could fall off that wall and then injure themselves or kill themselves, and then they're left with this problem. So it really creates chaos, and the smugglers know that, so they're taking advantage of every opportunity.
You're putting your life at risk, and the individuals that are putting your life at risk, they're facing absolutely no consequences for it. I mean, it's very, very frustrating.
Now, Elizabeth, I've spent a lot of time down in Naco and a lot of time at the southern border, and I'll tell you, I've only seen the Mexican federales show up one time in response to this human smuggling operation on the Mexico side, and it's happening every day like clockwork. When the sun starts coming up, we see the same operations going on. And again, no response from the Mexico side. Now, I mentioned those migrants, once they drop over on the other side, they grab their phones and they go to a pin drop location that a smuggling driver will usually be at. That smuggling driver is likely recruited from Snapchat or TikTok. And that smuggling driver will end up at the same pin drop location that migrant has. And that person will pick the migrant up and off they go. And oftentimes that starts a pursuit. Elizabeth, the Cochise County Sheriff, telling me in that area, they're seeing between 2 and 10 pursuits every single day down there. And my sources are telling me that those people, if they're not caught, they'll count with the gotaways. That's the known gotaways, the people that have evaded law enforcement. Sources tell me 638,000 people have been able to get away from law enforcement since October 1st along the southern border, Elizabeth.
Yeah, and those are just the ones we know about. Allie Bradley, great reporting down on the border yet again. Thanks so much.
Thanks.
Thanks so much for watching. Go to joinnn.com to find NewsNation on your television provider. And don't forget to click the red subscribe button below to get more of NewsNation's fact-driven, unbiased coverage.